Billy Kemper, he's been very, very strong throughout the rounds, Ross. He's sort of the young Maui local on the rise. You've got Shane Dorian and Ian Walsh. These guys have spent so much time in this lineup together, pushing one another. And then Albie is the young gun.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the most exciting young surfers on the planet.
Restart. We'll see if we will get a paddler here in the white. Albie Lair, local boy, airdrop on the takeoff. Forced to straighten out on a bomb, and he goes down.
Wow.
A man that loves to knife the takeoff and pull into the tube. The whole bluff applauds Albie's fearless effort to charge.
How bumpy and challenging that wave is, and bang, he goes down. Very difficult, very technical drop right there. You're going about 50 miles an hour, bump and lump, and just goes down right there. So that one would have hurt, would have held him under for a little bit, but came up, everything okay. This wave at Jaws looks like you're not going to make it every time you take off.
Now spinning late under the lip. Ian Walsh gets taken out on the takeoff. Board flying to the sky with the wind. Next wave looks like it'll be Maui's Billy Kemper. He's got a nice little runway into this one, a beautiful line. He's going to pull in, standing tall. He gets blown out. Billy Kemper kicking out of a huge cavern.
Yeah, Billy, just see how he just drove straight into it. And standing nice and tall in the pocket there, comes out with the spray. You can see everyone in the channel loving it. And Billy Kemper in the perfect position right there. Drives into it. Look how clean it is. No bottom turn. Just sets that rail mid-face. Pulls up nice and tight right there. That's going to be a huge score for Billy Kemper. And you can pretty much say he's going to take the lead with that.
That was just amazing. The poise to hang out and wait for that wave. The first couple of waves haven't been traditionally the best ones. That one was the third wave in the set, and it was a great wave. I mean, unbelievable. Pulled down the line, right, easy line all the way through, and absolutely crushed right through that thing. Wave spit at the end, just gave him the Hail Mary. It was the first time all day that I've seen the face of he, and the smile was gone, and it was just this psych, and I could not believe how pumped he was, and he just was just, yeah! I just was like, so stoked to see it, to see the local boy on the way of the final so far.
Epic. Well, Strider, we could hear the hoots and hollers from the channel out there. How fired up was Billy, and who's backing him out in the water?
Everybody in the lineup was so pumped for him. They were just losing it, and it's rightfully so. He's a local boy. He's got the fire inside of him right now. He's been looking great all day, and that smile's been there until that moment, right?
A different approach. Here he goes right now, paddling into this one. Late drop. Look at the wind coming up the face there. A little bit of a free fall drop. Now, as he comes off the bottom, you can see how he slows himself down. Gets up nice and tight in the pocket right there. That's going to be a great score there for Albie Lair. 5.33 on his opening wave. And he's going to take the lead with that exchange. So it's going to be a seesaw battle here between the local boys.
Vision from the chopper.
Wow.
Don Shear flying right above Albie Lair as he packs another beautiful tube.
Cool, let's have a look at Billy Kemper's wave. You can see the size difference straight away as he drops into this one mid-face. Now he knifes the board, pulls in nice and tight. I mean, that was probably double the size of Albie's, but, you know, maybe a little bit more critical. Albie's was, you know, an insane inside one right there as he drops in. A little bit more critical on the takeoff maybe, but then he comes off the bottom, slows himself down and gets in that pocket. So it's going to be a good score. It's going to be enough to get him into the lead.
Maui boys absolutely taking over with more waves on the way. Billy Kemper, a huge drop, total control. Now it's starting to open up. The section lands on his back. He hangs on for a moment, and now he goes down. More waves out the back. Former Eddie Aikau champ Greg Long locks in. A beautiful line, total control. This thing's starting to open up, and he'll just trim that thing to safety. Still a ton of walls. He steers that big wave gun into the channel. It's on the board. What was your favorite part, Potts?
Yeah, just how calm and cool he is. I mean, look, he just drives off the bottom, gets his position, and then just look at that. Smooth as silk. So Greg Long on the board. 32 minutes remaining, so still plenty of time. Looks like a few waves coming through. And this is Billy Kemper's wave here, a little bit more bumpy. You can see that wave a little bit more of like a wild ride. Whitewater takes him down there. It's just impossible to hang on.
I'd love to see Albie or Billy. I mean, these guys are just going for it, but literally every guy in the finals, they're in their spot. They're just all charging so hard. Greg had crazy ones, Walshy, Dorian, I mean, you name it, they're all just freaks, so it was sick. All right.
Billy Kemper, he swung on the biggest of them. Have a look at this.
Well, it's pretty cool to see how everyone has their little spot that they're sitting on, and Billy's kind of taken a mix of both guys' approach. You know, Greg Long has been obviously sitting on that north wall way on the outside, kind of holding down for the biggest waves. That's his way of winning this contest. Whereas we've seen, you know, obviously Albie Lair, he is notorious for sitting on that west wall, and he is what?
No, they say the waves are big, but then it's Dorian big. It's almost like he's got his own category of big.
As we see an attempt from Gabriel Villaran, started paddling, didn't have enough momentum, and wisely opted to pick a better wave. He's had a 0.4 so far. Local boy growing up on the beach at Ho'okipa, Billy Kemper takes the win at the first ever Pe'ahi Challenge.
Yeah, amazing stuff there. And who's the first ones to congratulate him? His boys.
I can't even, this is a dream come true, bro. I'm literally just blown away right now. This doesn't even feel real. I'm going to dedicate this to my brother. I wouldn't be here without him.
That one goes out to E. All right, well, Billy, you got to be the proudest kid on Maui right now. Unbelievable. A huge run all the way through the day, looking dynamic, upside down in the bowl, sticking the drops. The lines were amazing. I mean, come on.
I'm lost for words. I mean, I was just serving with Shane Dorian, Greg Long, Ian Walsh, Gabriel Villaran, and my best friend Albie Lair. Like, me and Albie grew up out here. This is our backyard, and if there's one person I want to beat in here, it's definitely Albie. And I'm just, we're so competitive with each other, but this is like, I told these guys it was like I was free surfing out here. It felt like I was just another day with the boys. I wish it was this uncrowded every swell, and I'm over the moon right now, and I just want to say hi to my fiance and my son Hayes. I love you guys, and I'll probably jump on a flight and come celebrate over there.
You know, Dave Kalamo's on the desk talking about how you guys were just little kids watching, and then you became little kids in the lineup, and now you're grown men winning the event. It's just one of those amazing moments, and we'd all like to give you a huge congratulations, Billy.
Thank you guys, and I want to say thanks to Dave Kalama and Double D and Laird and all those guys, because they paved the way for us. And those guys are the pioneers of this wave right here, and without them, there would not be us out here. Thanks to everyone who put this event on. It's literally, I'm overwhelmed. Maybe we can catch up in a few minutes. I'm just baffled, but I love everyone. Thank you guys for making this happen, and it's a dream come true.
Well, there you go. Congratulations, Billy. We'll throw it back up to Joe and Potts.
Well done, Billy Kemper, taking out the first ever Pe'ahi Challenge, the local boy that grew up watching this wave.